Hi. There you go. Can you hear me now? Jeez. Man. Wire is all messed up. Hi, people. Seku-Senpai here. Hi, people. Yo. Hello, people. Seku-Senpai here. We're back for some more Umineko. As always, we just finished setting up as usual. Jeez, I try and be professional today. Have it all set up. Be perfect. But no. Oh, okay. That's why I was acting up. Okay. And that means I have to have this here, that there. There we go. Everything is square. See what I did there? But yeah, thanks for joining the stream. Those of you who are here, how's everyone's Tuesdays going? Because we're at the 11th stream now, double digits. Yeah. Oh man. Wait, let me turn up the volume a little bit because I know. Okay, there we go. This volume. Yeah, because last time we left off, what happened last time? Ava and Hideyoshi just got bodied. And anything else happened? That was about that. That was like the main thing. Oh yeah. What's the name? Canon. He also died. Man, everyone's dying. Everyone's dying. Will they even make it to the next day? Is this full screened? It is full screened. Okay. My chat's up, right? Yeah, okay, I could see the chat. No! I wasn't paying attention. Oh, no. No. Stop this. Stop. I don't want to start again. No. No, can I pause? It's not going to let me pause. I have to watch the whole intro. Let me... Yo, Nanjo, nah. No. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Yeah, load this, man. I'm not starting from the beginning again. December 2nd. Dang, December. First stream was... Oh, dang, I don't have the date for the first stream. Dang. Yeah, nice. Jeez. Where am I at now? Jeez, that threw me off. Okay, let's check out the characters though. Oh man. Okay, so okay. Cross dead, Ava dead, Hideyoshi dead. Most recent people killed. I like how they have Maria's laughter in there for each of them, or at least for Hideyoshi. That's interesting. Hey, Hayes, how could a human possibly kill them? Interesting how there's like laughter for his. Rudolph dead, Kiri dead, Rosa dead, Shannon dead, Goda dead. Oh! They didn't show him... Well, they're still in the boiler room, so it's not like... I guess they're going to update this soon. Maybe. Or maybe not. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, how's everyone's... How's the start of the week for everyone? My week's been pretty good so far. I feel like my week kind of starts on Saturday rather than Monday. Like, my Monday is Saturday. And... Which is weird. But... Okay, we heard that Dr. Nanjo and George Aniki had carried Kanon-kun to the servant room. Okay, so he's not dead. He's just... I could swear he's dying. It looks like he's in the process of dying. Hey, Genshin Nor, thanks for joining the stream. The servant room had a full first aid sink and could apparently function as a nurse's office. I wish I had like a soundboard so that every time someone joins the screen, I could be like, hey, welcome, boom, or something like that. I don't know. Kumasawa and Jessica had accompanied them. I was thinking about that like last night, but stains from Kanon-kun's blood remained on the floor. Man, judging by the large amount of blood lost and the ruthless shape of the weapon that had fallen carelessly onto the ground. Oh yeah, biz. It opened up the wound and then more blood being lost. I figured that Dr. Nanjo's treatment would probably end in vain. Man. That weapon was doubtlessly the shape that had been stuck in Ava and Yoshi's forehead. So what, they drilled it into his body? But wait, isn't there a demonic sign on the handle a little different? Oh, so even that, so there's even demonic signs on the items too, not just... Yeah. What's this? Y'all know what I mean. There seem to be some small differences in that part. Oh yeah, I didn't zoom into my face a bit. Whatever. There seemed to be a small difference here. The weapons were all the same type. Though it had seemed brutal, we left the weapon stuck into Aunt Ava and Uncle Hideyoshi to preserve the crime scene. So, this was the first time we were able to have a perfect view of the entire weapon. Nice. Excuse me. As we expected, the weapon had not bladed like a knife, but shaped like an ice pick. Or rather, a thin stake. Interesting. And it had a spiral-shaped pattern, sort of like a drill. It looked like something that might be driven to the hearts of human sacrifices in some demonic ritual, including the handle. It was 25 centimeters long. 25 centimeters long? Yo, that's almost a whole foot. A little less than a foot. Half of that was the stake-shaped part, which was stained with deep... Man, I'm struggling to read again. The length of the blood-stained part made it clear just how deeply it must have penetrated into Kanenkun's chest. But Aunt Natsuhi and the rest didn't even look at the weapon, and instead stood in front of the incinerator where the horrible stench was emanating from. Oh yeah, there's still the smell that they never did find out where it's coming from. Okay. They must have dragged out that thing which had been burned in... What in the world? What burned in the furnace? It was still smoldering and kept sending out dense waves of that awfully unpleasant smell. Genji and Maria stared down at it. What is it? Anatsumi probably couldn't stand to look directly at it. She kept shaking her head, her back to it. What is it? I thought nothing could surprise me after everything that's happened. Same here. I'm like you, Battler. But this is... Gah! I stood there for a while, moaning with a rising urge to vomit. A true source of that unearthly stench. Was it a body? Oh, it was a scorched corpse that had been cooking. Oh, that's disgusting. What body is... Where? The clothes, the surface of the body, and the hair were all hideously burned. That grotesque corpse was in the state where not the face, nor the age, nor the gender could be guessed at. So it could be... But when I thought about it calmly, I realized that a corpse appearing at this time could only be one person. It was grandfather... Oh, snap! Kinzo! Oh, no! Not like this. Who had disappeared that morning and who's wearing... No way! No way! They did Kinzo dirty if that's his body. Burned alive. I assume he was conscious at the time. Is there any proof? Is there like a marking on him, like a birthmark? Or actually, he's burnt. So what could there? Yeah. Jeez. The feet? What, does he have big feet? Yo. Anatsu with her handkerchief over her mouth and her eyes averted, pointed and told me to look at the burnt corpse's feet. Corpses? Or corpse? Feet? Corpses? Question mark? Okay. What's this? What's up? 6 toes. Didn't they? I think they did mention something similar to that before, right? Just as Genji-san had said, there were 6 toes on each foot. Each individual toe had looked so normal that in its line that I hadn't noticed. Let me pause something. This is what I forgot to do. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's showing. Okay. Yeah, right click. The master was born with 6 toes on his feet. Yeah, I think they mentioned something like that before. Imagine being born with 6 toes. I guess that's life. Okay. Huh. Really? Really? So who else has 6 toes on each foot? Polydactyly literally means many fingers. Okay. Because of that little mistake by God, when the person is born, one of their toes or fingers splits into two, and the numbers increases. Interesting. Does anyone here have polydactyl? I'm curious. But a big deal isn't usually made a polydactyl in the world. Yeah, I mean, it's just an extra limb or extra finger or something. That's because it isn't a disease, but something people are born with. Yeah. So while they are still babies, at about the time they turn 1 year old, they can be taken to the hospital and given surgery to make them normal. Ah, man. Even a child with polydactyly can be treated before they become aware, so that they might not even remember it themselves. Dang. By the way, it seems that there is a possibility for this to occur in 1 out of every 2,000 babies. 1 out of every 2,000 babies. So, if I'm doing my math correctly, that's a lot of people with polydactyly. So, even though it's not usually seen, it isn't that rare at all. Okay. Speaking of which, I think Uncle Hideyoshi mentioned something like this to me a long time ago. When I was a kid in my school who had a finger on a pinky. Really interesting. Now, why is it an elementary school that does? I remember so in elementary school too that you mentioned that. Now you mentioned that. It's something with elementary school with. Well, I guess that's when they're younger too. You usually see stuff like that. I guess as you get older, some people, I don't know, but yeah, they said it's like common, but kind of uncommon. Like that's only one person I've met, one person you remember possibly. So interesting. Extra finger on the pinky of her hands, huh? 5 fingers, huh? That's kind of cool. Especially if it's like fully functional. Like, dang, that's something about how even Toyotomi Hideyoshi, the man who unified Japan. Oh my gosh, I was about to say unified Japan at the end of the Sengoku period, had 6 fingers on one hand. According to Annatsu, among the many Ushiromiya family heads, the one who most praised for their wisdom all had polydactyly. Okay, interesting. Because of that, when grandfather was born, his relatives were all excited at the thought that he might become another wise leader. And when the leading relatives all died in the Great Kanto earthquake, it was apparently argued that grandfather should be the one to restore the family because of his auspicious sign at birth. Of his birth. If grandfather hadn't disliked his position as the head so much, this 6th toe probably would have been pretty lucky for him. Come to think of it, I've heard of some country where it's believed that with polydactyly should be treated as God's real. Okay, I can see that. Makes sense. Yo, Sage, what's up? What's up? This is besides the point, but it's fairly common in mystery novels for a corpse to be burned to hide its identity. But I guess that in grandfather's case, just toasting him wouldn't be enough. Yo, why you gotta say toasting him? That's kind of messed up. And grandfather's body was not simply burnt. Updated. It was just like Aunt Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi. And the thing that had stabbed into Cannon's chest. One of those demon ice picks was stuck into his forehead. Dang. Headshots. There you go. The ring's not on his finger, so he was burnt in the boiler. But to this point, we still don't know how he got out of that room or whom got him out that room. And without, the door locky thing, that whole situation. Interesting. We know about the ring because we saw him throw the ring out the window. So letters last night was telling the truth. Natsuhi-san let her head droop and closed her eyes tightly. This room had also been a vital crime scene for us to hand over to the police. Dang, a lot of places for crime scenes on this place. It was decided that we would leave grandfather's corpse here and lock the room, sealing it. It isn't clear when grandfather's... Yo. There you go. It isn't clear when grandfather's corpse started burning in the incinerator. Since, according to Genji, the strength of the flames hadn't been that strong, the body must have been started burning a long time ago. Yeah, a long time ago. So that stench could slowly creep out to the furnace and fill the room bit by bit, eventually pouring out and climbing up the stairs. Putting aside whether he was rare or well... Yo, they need to stop with these... Yo, they for real making jokes like this with this guy's dead body. That's messed up. Grandfather had been brought out, killed, and burned. So, he left, he was killed, and burned. Even though he had started out, locked away in the closed room created by his auto clock. Yeah, that's the thing. There's probably no doubting this. However, according to Genji-san, the boiler room is usually locked. The possibility that someone outside our group has snuck in and committed the crime is overwhelmingly high. And there is also a good chance that this person was walking around with something like a master key. After all, the doors and windows throughout the mansion had been checked. But despite that, the culprit was able to strut around the mansion freely. Crazy. Being stuck in a situation like this gives me like a bit of anxiety. Wait, hold up. Before you get to this battler, before you do your analysis, let me check out Kinzo's, his whole body. Burned in an incinerator with a weapon resembling an ice pick sticking out of his forehead, the old incinerator's wish vanished before it could be granted. He always knew that this was one of the possible results of a risky gamble. Does this crime confirm that a 19th person exists? Possibly. There is still contradiction since they're trying to tout their existence without even ever showing them. Yo, this song. Okay. Along with Kiryu-san's chessboard theory, I've been using this contradiction to deny the existence of a 19th person. But as far as you know, everyone's been around each other, so there has to be a 19th person. By spinning the chessboard around once more, the very fact that this crime makes it perfectly obvious that a 19th person exists means that the existence of a 19th person is the less plausible. By spinning the chessboard around once more, the fact that this crime makes it perfectly obvious that, it makes it obvious, exists, means that the existence... so if he were to flip it around, okay. As long as the 19th person doesn't show themselves in front of us, If the culprit could get grandfather out through the door sealed by the receipt, if they could kill Aunt Ava and Uncle Hideyoshi from the other side of the door sealed by a chain, then could they possibly go as far as to create a fictional 19th person through this? Okay, that's kind of crazy, man. If we still want to believe that the culprit is among the 18, then the list of suspects has grown very short. The four of us kids, Aunt Natsuhi, Genji-san, Kumasawa Bachan, and Dr. Nanjo. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people left. The final 8. One of these people has to be the culprit. Wait, we can't be sure of that. Just a second ago, we started doubting whether the corpse here was actually grandfather's, right? Maybe we can think of other bodies in the same way. How so? For example, the first 6 all had their faces horribly smashed. Yeah. Some of the bodies had kept enough of their faces for us to confirm who they were. But that old guy, for example, had lost his entire face, as though the whole thing had been... Oh, man. We only figured out which body was which by their clothes and surroundings. Did the culprit prepare a fake body beforehand and alter it to make it look like they died, even though they were actually hiding somewhere after committing the crime? It may sound ridiculous, but it wouldn't be impossible to trick to pull off. It's too early to give this to the 19th person. No, this witch. Ooh! Yo, fags, thinking session, high key. Oh, I guess that's it. Dang, Maria watching and seeing all this, probably laughing too. Canon, man, hope you hang on in there, man. Yep, let's return. Maria didn't go out with everyone else, but remained in the boiler room. Even though they asked her to leave? The thing she was staring so fixedly at probably fixedly? I probably wasn't. I've never seen that word. Or I don't remember ever seeing that word. But the demon's ice pick sticking out of his forehead. Interesting. It's probably the sort of item that an enthusiast couldn't bear to ignore. I tapped her on the head. Good question. There we go, the laugh. None shall be left alive. So everyone's about to die? Okay. Huh. She can. She just did. She's accepting her fate, maybe. Oh. Golden Land. Interesting. Very soon. Yo. Oh. Just what kind of person is Maria? High key. Yo, she is. She's progressively gotten like. I only know what Maria was like 6 years ago when she was 3. She was pure and obedient, a good girl. This new Maria 6 years later and the Maria I knew didn't seem to fit together. Just who is she, this witch who calls herself Maria? To Maria, who obstinately believes in witches, in the witch, the series of unsolvable crimes is proof that the witch already exists. Every time something occurs, it would be difficult for a human. It becomes a little harder for the rest of us to not believe in Beatrice. It must be an intense pleasure for Maria to see her relatives, who once firmly denied the witch's existence. So no one survived. Yeah, I'm about to look at the epitaph too. So that, yeah, I had a feeling that's all. It has following the epitaph. Dang, everyone's about to get bodied. Is that why she is in high spirits? Oh yeah, I thought Balor was going to hit her in the head there when he tapped her, but. Yep. Yep. Maria only repeated what she had already said. Makes sense because that's probably the case. Maria met with the 19th person, the witch. Was that really a 19th person, or did one of the 18 get her to just say that? All that's certain is that Maria has been with the rest of us constantly, has always had an alibi, and hasn't done anything suspicious. True, and she's always been with someone else. She's simply overjoyed, except for that time when they all went into the when they first discovered the bodies in the shed. She was in there watching television, and currently isn't the 19th yet. He sounds so supposedly okay. I'm about to say, yo, are you really sure, Balor? Hold up, let me check out the epitaph. Tips. Okay. Yeah. What was it? Okay. Okay, those who are close. Yep, those who remain shall praise my noble name. And I gotcha the head, gotcha chest, gotcha stomach, gotcha the knee, gotcha kill. And 9 times shall revive and be left alive. I didn't realize that whole thing rhymed. So we already got the 6 people. The 2 who were apart, which I was going with Ava and Hideyoshi. On the 3rd twilight, those who remain shall praise my noble name. That was canon, right? Because he said her name and ran towards her when he was about to kill her or something. I don't know. So, or maybe that hasn't happened yet. Maybe that's going to happen. But we do know that, or maybe that one who praised my noble name is Kinzo too. Both maybe, but then I don't know. Those who remain shall praise my noble name, or those who remain. Okay, and the god said, okay. I guess I have to wait and see. Interesting. That's right. I wondered what's written in the letter we picked up. Oh yeah, they never did read that letter in their room. Natsuki should still have it with her. See, they almost got me. I was ready for it that time. They tried me this time. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me thrice. I don't know what goes after then. So now it's 8. Yep, 8 p.m. Man. In the end, Kanon-kun did not regain consciousness. So Kanon's dead. Yep, dang. Found in boiling performance, yep. How presumptuous of a lowly furniture, like. Yo! Even though Dr. Nanjo and the rest did all they could to heal him. Yo, if he was pierced in, man. Of course, there's very little that could be done on an island like this without medicine or proper facilities, 100%. However, Kanon was the only human to ever confront the culprit. If only he had given us some kind of clue. However, at the time they carried Kanon away, it was already too late. That's unfortunate. Hey, you tried your best, man. You tried, Nanjo. Oh. Dr. Nanjo's shirt had been sprayed by violent spurt blood, so it's easy to imagine the devotion in which he had tried to save Kanon's life, up until the last second. Jessica was crouched in the corridor, crying softly. She had probably been taking care of Kanon-kun until the moment of his death. Yeah, because she also, she was in the mansion, so she was close with him too. George Aniki tried to approach her with words of comfort, but when Jessica pushed him away, he stopped trying to force her to talk and left her alone. Man, everybody losing somebody. Oh yeah, and Genji, man. True. Probably taking both of y'all out. Dang, that's kind of a cold way to put it. Yeah. When he's, I was reading, I was like, wait a second, that's kind of cold. That's true, he did. But then he would be alive. Okay. Emotion film. Excuse me. Man, it's this juice. What the heck? It's making me burp, and then emotion-filled words that I never thought I'd hear come from Jessica's mouth tumbled out. Kumasawa, looking truly sorry, could do nothing but hang her head. Yeah, she about to. Man, I don't want any of them to go out, man. I mean, I know something they probably get resurrected or something, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the full story, but there were tears in George Aniki's eyes again. Seeing Jessica break down crying probably brought back the pain of losing her parents. I'd done all my crying at once, so I didn't feel like crying anymore. However, I understood how great the pain in their hearts was. Yo, Maria, be careful what you say. You might just get Jessica slapping you. Oh, that's what's that supposed to mean? Yo! Oh boy. Yep. Man, terrible. Everyone want a piece of this Beatrice. Balor wants to choke them out. George wants to choke them out. Jessica wants a piece. Oh. Was she stomping or was that a punch? Oh no, she was stomping. Okay. Man. Oh man. Dang, that's some accusations, but Jessica grabbed at Maria. Oh, Genji tried to stop her, but Jessica could not be calmed. What's Jessica about to do? The next thing I heard was the sound of Natsuki slapping Jessica's face. Oh, okay, she stopped her. Yo, Jessica about to throw her across the room. After that, only Jessica saw her sobbing voice resound throughout the hall. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Ooh. She about to say she's a witch. Although those words seemed kind, they clearly showed that George still had some remaining doubts about Maria. Okay, makes sense. He didn't actually grab at her. However, he felt exactly the same way Jessica did. Yep. Who is Beatrice? Huh. Or maybe this is beyond our our understanding. Yo, everyone asking Maria the same question. She gives the same answer every time. And she laughs. Dang, what's that supposed to mean? Yeah. Like. Okay, that's why. Okay, I see where she's coming from with that. You won't believe, huh? And this golden land that she keeps mentioning about now all of a sudden. Oh yeah, isn't like the next episode something have the word Golding in it or something? Who knows? Mama and Ice and Papa's with us. And also like what? It makes sense, she's killing everybody. It's like man. By the time that time passed, I'll have ended everything, she said. Makes sense. Oh, who's that? Was that Battler? Yeah. It's not mind you talking, but that's it. Or at least I hope so. I mean, she makes it sound like it's fun or something, so that's what I'd like to believe.
こいつ前から気持ち悪いやつだと思ってたけどおかしいぜ。どっかおかしい。
Man, you think? Man.
ケンジさんは熊沢さんは母さんはどうだよ。マリアは犯人の正体を知ってて隠してる。確かに直接手を下してるわけじゃないかもしれない。でも間違いなく犯人の一味だぜ。そうさ、スパイさ。私たちと一緒になんかいさせられないぜ。
Man, really pushing her away. And she just laughs at that. Man, this is the trial of Maria right now. They are trialing her right now. That's man. Ooh, she said, yo, I got that gun still. Oh boy. Natsuki glared at Maria with frightening eyes. Maria was used to Aunt Rosa's loud style of scolding, but she apparently hadn't built the restraint to Natsuki's quiet sort of scolding. She shrugged and kept her mouth shut. Dang. That's right. Be quiet. A desolate feeling filled the room. It felt as though things would just get more complicated if anyone else spoke. How many people have already died? Too many. 6 in Dad's room group. After that, both Aunt Ava, Uncle Hideyoshi and Canon, and Grandfather. 9, so... Excuse me, 11 people? No, 4, 10, right? 10, yeah. My math. Yeah, so 18 people left out, and then 10, those, yeah. Yo, everyone's fed up with her. I'm fed up with her, too. I'm kind of tired of her, like, little laughs, and there's more than half of us. Right now, there's absolutely no proof that the remaining 8 people will be safe. Even though she probably has been telling the truth the whole time. It's like, yo, like the atmosphere for this like behavior is just, man. True.
夏日おばさんに極めて同感だぜ。犯人探しは今夜ゆっくりできるさ。今はどこで籠城するかを考えた方がいい。
As I said this, I pointed out the clock to everyone. It was already 8 at night. We had been receiving shocks over and over again since the early morning, and our bodies and minds were both completely tired out. There's still a long, long time until tomorrow. They got like what? The boat's coming at what? 9:30, so they have what? 12 and a half hours? Jeez. No, 13 and a half, I think. It's 9 or 9:30, I think they said. AM. We need to find some place to barricade ourselves so we could reservoirs. Yeah, but they've been going. It's been constant stress, people being killed, and right before they go to right at night they have like 3 people who are dead. 4 people who they found out who are dead. Actually, I forgot about Kinzo. That's it's more like a lot of mental, like, jeez, mentally fatigued.
そういうことだ。敵はマスターキーに準ずるものを持っている公算が高い。
So we barricade the door.
カノン君、ゴーダさんはマスターキーを持ってましたか？はい。
But what about the fact that there were locked doors and there's no way in or out? Like, you're talking about barricading doors, but y'all have to address the fact that something like that has happened twice or even 3 times. Like there's one possible solution, but 2 other times there wasn't. The only one fine. Actually, she is the only one who's like been like not stressing anything. If anything, she's just her not acting like that is odd because everyone else is to them. So, with Maria chilling in the back, everyone over here freaking out. She's like, "Oh yeah, that's a body." Oh man. Probably watching some television. Yep. Yep. There were many servants serving the Ushiromiya family. Man, I slurred that. Because of that, there were several master keys. Makes sense. Furthermore, every time one employee started or finished working, the keys were passed between servants. And we had to acknowledge that this had probably gotten a bit sloppy at times in the past.
仮に殺された使用人の誰かのポケットから鍵束を拝借したとして、その鍵でも開けられない安全な場所はあるのか？
私たちはお仕事の都合上、すべてのお部屋の鍵を預かっております。お屋敷もゲストハウス。
Yo, facts. Man. She watching Higurashi. Yo, you know about those people watch Higurashi? They ain't right. Oh, man. Watching Higurashi at 9, too? Man. Yeah, exactly. Like... Yo, Jessica ready for the action. When they're isolated. Interesting. Interesting deduction. I like that. Hopefully. But oh, why Maria not saying anything? Yeah. I was curious what she was going to say though. Maria probably wanted to say something about how witches weren't afraid of things like guns. But if she were to say it out loud, the atmosphere around her here would start to get pretty edgy. Watching here in October too, man. I noticed and decided to put a stop to it. Okay. Oh, where is this place? Oh, so Kinzo's room? Yo, but okay. Oh, Kenshiro, hey, hello. Yo, I don't know why it took me like a second to process that. Yo, hey, thanks for joining the stream. There are two. Okay, interesting. But he has it, so now we have both of them. Nice. That's accounted for. Genji-san took a handkerchief out of his pocket and opened it, showing us the burnt and filthy study key. Does anyone here carry handkerchiefs with them whenever they go places like you just have in your pocket? I'm just curious. Like, that's something I want to start doing. I have a handkerchief. I just never bring it with me anywhere. But it's like, I kind of want to do that. Then he showed it alongside his own key, which he had once lent to Natsuhi. Yep. Protect the safety of the study. What do you got in there? What else is in there? Okay. Naruhodo. Mm-hmm. In DDO.
ことになりますね。あの怪しげな匂いの部屋に一晩も立てこもるなど考えたくありません。あの部屋が一番
That's the only place that's safe.
今は認め
The only safe place. Mm-hmm.
その安全な
Exactly. That's what I'm going back to. There's that too. Thank you for bringing that out, Battler. Pointing that out.
絶対安全とは言い切れねえけどな。
Mm-hmm. 100%.
の説のおじい様がうまくレシートをやり過ごして自分の意思で部屋を出たと考えるなら籠城の価値はあるかもしれない。
Yeah, if you're going based on your theory. What do you think about your theory now, though?
楽観的すぎだぜ、兄貴。
Hmm. Okay. However, at the same time, I thought he brought up a pretty interesting point. After all, this gives us a chance to question the enemy, the witch herself, about how the sealed door had been opened. If we assume the culprit used some technique to grab grandfather from his study, they'd have to show us the same trick again if they wanted to assault us in the study. Yeah. Probably miss the fact that Kincho is a show. Okay, yeah. Oh. Oh man, you got final exam in an hour. Oh yeah, it's like finals season for people right now. I remember that. Hated finals. I'm not a good test taker. More like I'm not good at studying. So when I take tests, it's just my own knowledge I have to rely on. But hey, yo, good luck on your exam. Best of luck on that. They have to show us the same trick again if they wanted to assault us in study. But yeah, I'm also streaming on Thursday for more Umineko. I'm also streaming on Saturday for Higurashi. And that'd give us a chance to prove how they read before us. Yep. Or rather was, indeed. If she really was a witch, we'll be forcing her to use her little magic trick to open the door right in front of us. Oh yeah, they get to witness it. But that's probably impossible. In fact, if they are able to do that, I'd be more afraid of that. If we spin the chessboard around, it's obvious the culprit is acting in a way that'll make us think they're a witch. If she really is a witch, all she's got to do is appear in front of us and wow us with a colorful display of magic. I'd be more afraid if that's the case, though. She's been killing people with magic the whole time. You're going to be like, oh man, she's going to show us this color display of magic. No, man. She's going to kill you with magic. Popping up in front of you. Like, since she's avoided doing that, everything must be the work of a fake witch who wants us to think she's real. Therefore, a culprit who used a technique other than magic to defeat the closed room couldn't open the door before our eyes. Huh. Ah, missed the other two Higurashi streams. I'm actually editing those streams into highlight videos and I'll upload to YouTube. So I think I should have one of them up tomorrow. Just making sure that YouTube don't give me no copyright problems with that, and I should have the other one up later on this week maybe. So yeah, those Higurashi streams will be on the channel eventually. I know I didn't upload any last month. I think I did in the beginning of the month, but then I got busy and then just forgot about them. So they will be on the channel soon for those who missed them. So yeah, but this weekend we'll be starting up on season 2, so that'd be interesting. Is grandfather's room being big enough to... Yeah, is it enough for 8 people? That's a good question. How big is his study? Bed, sofa, blankets? Man. It's a suite. His whole study is a bedroom. It's a suite. Like... Refrigerator and a liquor cabinet?
そいつはすげえぜ。しかしおかしなもんだな。自分の家の中にさらに自分の家を作ったっての。
Basically.
島を丸ごと買って自分の夢をすべて実現しきったじい様の最後の家にしちゃ。
That is interesting. They mentioned it, Battler. That's an interesting thing to point out. What do you have to say about that, Nazi?
いつの頃からかお父様にとっては 屋敷内ですら心を許せる場所ではなくなってしまったのでしょう。
Oh, how does it feel watching? Okay, so how does it feel watching the original story when you've already? You know, I actually really am liking watching the original story. If anything, it's a new experience for me. In a way, it's a new experience, slightly, in the sense that there are things that are definitely different from the sequel. I mean, definitely, the loop things. There are like key points in there that are like the same that you see from the OG that are in Go. But other than that, getting into the characters' backgrounds, that's something new for me too. How in the original 2006 version, we go more into the backgrounds of each of the characters, which makes sense since it's the first one. And if you're watching Go, they don't really dive into it as much. So I like that aspect of it, which is new for me. So it's mainly just a lot of new things that I didn't see in Go. Which is nice. Other than that, spoiler-wise, like I know who the main villain is in the 2006 version, or at least like who's the mastermind. I guess you want to say the puppeteer or whatever you want to call him. I know who that is. It's just I don't know what their reasons are for why they're doing this. There's like some hints here and there in the first season where you could kind of make a theory as to why they're doing this, but that's mainly what I'm looking forward to seeing, what their reasons for doing this, some of the new content with these characters' backgrounds, as well as other new stuff that I haven't seen mainly. So yeah, mainly just new stuff. Oh man. I also seen some characters, some new kills and stuff that I didn't see in Go, which is always surprising. More gruesome. Brutal, maybe. Well, I mean, I feel like in Go, there is still that one brutal scene that I still can't get over. That wasn't in the 2006 one, so. In Go, you didn't. Yeah, exactly. That's what I like most about it. I got to see more about Shion's storyline, and I also got to see more of Shion, because I feel like in Go, yeah, we saw her like in like a scene in Go, and then we saw her again in Sotsu, and that was it. That was all we saw of Shion. So getting to also see more of Shion also is interesting, as well as seeing Sadako's brother Satoshi. Getting to see him as well was nice. So it's mainly also basically seeing more of these characters that I didn't get to see before, as well as getting to see more of the backgrounds of these characters. So I'll get to the VN one day. One day I'll get to the actual VN. Probably once I finish all of the anime. When I finish all the anime, down the road I'll check out the VN again. Because I know I did start that earlier this year. I started doing the VN. Then I fell out of that. After I finish all of the season, I gotta give myself like a break from Higurashi. Yo, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was like she was there in like one like scene, and that was it. Oh man. Like she was basically non-existent in Go and Sotsu. She was only there. Okay. Oh. Okay. It's weird when I talk at the same time they are. Yeah, it's like she was barely existent in those two. She was mainly there for like part of. What is this anyways? Oh, I think poster right here. She was mainly there for Mion's arc, but other than that, we always sneered at how Shun. So yeah. You're laughing at him. Now you're going into his study. Hilarious. The irony. Just gotta spout the words out. Hmm.
もちろんこっちから探しに行って見つけられるなんて思っちゃいないぜ。結局は待つしかない。
Yeah, but definitely when I finish the Higurashi, like OGM, and when I finish that, I'd be down to do the VN for that. Just probably a few months afterwards. When I finish Umineko, then I'll probably do that one. Or maybe I'll do it after a few months after I finish. I'll do it down the road though. I don't want to say when exactly. So, read the manga. I heard that the manga is gory. So, no. Interesting. Okay.
ならどこで待ったって同じだろ
Oh, come on. The typo is not going to show the whole thing? Okay. Maybe I could retract back and see what she's saying.
逃げも隠れもしない
Oh, then it doesn't matter. Okay, that was weird.
客までテレビでも見ながらのんびり現れるのを待とうじゃねえかよベアトリーチェ様をよ
Okay, Jessica. Good luck with that.
では現れないで十分です
Mm-hmm.
犯人を暴くのは私たちである必要がないからです
正論ですが、警察が来るまで危険を冒すべきではありません。
I also heard that the Umineko manga is also pretty gory too. I think someone mentioned that in an earlier stream. Might be the same person who mentioned that. Might be the same. You might mention this before Genshin. You probably mentioned that the Umineko manga is also gruesome too.
私はお父様の書斎に移るべきだと思います確かに、お父様が連れ出された可能性があり絶対の安全が保証されているわけではない
Oh, how you like my Christmas sweater? Oh man. Mm-hmm.
しかしバトラ君の推理の
Oh.
お父様が何らかの方法で自ら書斎を出て
Mm-hmm.
外で襲われた可能性も否定できません
True. Xinchuan. A while back, I proposed that strange theory as a stopgate measure. But just as Aunt Ava said, there was enough of that trick would be possible, yeah. I couldn't explain what motive could have made grandfather sneak out of his own study in such a troublesome way. Plus, grandfather couldn't even have used that trick unless he knew that the receipt was wedged in the door. 100%. Aunt Ava hadn't pointed out that last part, but it's clear how absurd the theory was. So doesn't that mean that the sealed door formed a closed room, just as Aunt Ava exclaimed? Yep. Exclaimed. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, I know. Only opening and ending songs are good. Okay. So wait, so does the anime of Umineko only cover the questions arc? I'm just curious. Like, is it only the questions arc the anime covers? Or is it half the anime is the question arc, the other half is the answers arc? But that'd be weird if they only did the questions arc, but you know, I don't expect much from the anime. I know that for a fact. If Aunt Ava were here now, she'd probably only make the claim openly. I'll blow my strange theory away. Man, I want to stretch my arms. But anyway, I have to admit that a room with both a bed and a toilet that all 8 people would be shut up in. Oh, it only covers the questions. Okay, then. Not 100% be down to check it out then. Once I finish the questions arc. Because that'd be interesting compare and contrast. In between, before I do the answers arc then. It was never finished because it was that bad. Wow. It was so bad they were like, we can't. It was Studio Dean. Man, Studio Dean. It's like they have some bangers, and then when they do something bad, it's just better to be left off forgotten. Man. Had been a room with both bed and blanket that all people could be shut in. Yeah. And with only 2 keys, both of which were gathered here, had to be the safest place in the mansion right now. Questions only. It's only unsolvable because of a mistake in that. Okay, interesting. Also, welcome to the stream, Victor. At the very least, I figured this would be better to say start. Okay, interesting. But wait, have we been safe only because we've been shut up in the parlor? Interesting. What if leaving that room and moving to an unexplored location is actually more dangerous? Nothing bad has happened in the parlor yet. It's all useless. It's useless. It's all useless. my flimsy head is about to break out in a fever. If I keep spinning the chessboard around, right and wrong will keep switching places over and over, and I won't be able to believe anything. When it seems like the culprit is one of the 18, I want to believe in Beatrice. And once I start believing in Beatrice, I start wanting to find the culprit amid the 18. If that keeps spinning around forever, in the end, my thoughts won't have taken one step from where they started. Yeah, I like Dean's adaptation of Higurashi so far. I mean, sometimes the animation with some scenes in terms of like the expressions could be a little lacking, but other than that, I think it's good. Interesting. Okay. I like the audience here. I have different people who checked out different mediums of the same storyline, but different like anime, manga, visual novel. Interesting. That concept of examining the situation by spinning the chess, spinning it around and thinking from the enemy's side. I seem to remember being so interested by it back then. I used to guide all my thinking. The Subarashi. Okay. I knew Dean was the first. That's why I never. By the way, I knew to trust them. I wanted to trust them, but I never trusted them after then. Now that you think about it, after then, they did, because they did that, then they did Tsukihime. I know that adaptation is forgotten about. Then I guess they did Umineko, and I guess they did Higurashi, and they did Umineko. So, interesting. I never dreamed that she'd one day be added to our family. Wait, what's he talking about? I'm like reading chat and reading that concept examine situation. Okay, he's talking about the chessboard thing. Didn't Kiri-san? Okay, we got this battler thinking music going again. Tell me something once. I get the feeling that she once said that. This chessboard thinking was one way to look at things. It certainly wasn't all powerful. And it wouldn't be good to rely on it too much. Interesting.
チェス盤思考ってのはね、昔本で読んだゲーム理論というものを私なりに解釈した。とても面白い学問だから、バトラ君も大学に入ったら挑戦してみるといいわよ。
Okay.
ぜひやってみたいっす。
He sounds enthusiastic.
チェス盤思考をもっと鍛えたら、どんな相手の手の内を読めるみたいで楽しいじゃないですか。
It probably would be.
でもね、盲信しちゃダメよ。
Yep. Not everything is foolproof.
非常に奥深く複雑な学問なの。チェス盤思考はその上辺だけを私なりに解釈した考え方に過ぎない。
Ah, okay.
想像するほどに
Oh, it was JC Staff, not Dean? Ah, JC Staff? Oh, no, not JC Staff, too. Oh, man, it's either JC Staff or Dean with me, man. Jeez. So JC Staff did... Disappointing. Disappointing. In order to thoroughly read your opponent's move, like you imagine it, you study your opponent. Okay.
しかもチェス盤理論は応用の利く便利なものではあっても完璧ではない。便利ではあっても弱点が多い。
弱点
Yep, there has to be weak points, yeah.
ええ。
What are they, though?
チェス盤思考の基礎はゲーム理論。ゲーム理論は突き詰めると数学に行き着くの。
Boils down to math. Do you know what the weak point of math? Six episodes. Wait, what's this? Okay. What's the weak point of math? Doing an equation wrong? Noise? What's she talking about noise in math? In math, when you write 1 + 1 = 2, that process will always result in 1 + 1 = 2 no matter how many billions of years pass. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, that's because there's absolutely no noise mixed in. But for example, what's 9 plus 10? But for example, unlike math, the Japanese language has noise mixed in. Really? Kanji are a good example. Okay, I didn't know this. Old kanji and new kanji are slightly different, which my neighbor's dogs, I swear. Old kanji and new kanji is slightly different, which represents the introduction of noise created by the changes between time periods. Interesting. That makes sense. Isn't history the same? Wait. Alright, there are dozens of policies that seem foolish in the modern era, but were meaningful at some point in the past. Because the rules of chess are fixed, when a pair of experts are discussing one particular layout, it's possible they could reach the same conclusion whether they are from 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future. However, if the rules of chess had gone through massive changes over time, it's possible that a discussion about the same time layout would have changed as well.
その通り。人の世の事象は本来ノイズだらけなのよ。
Okay.
人の感情だってそうでしょ？全く同じことが起こったからといって。
Yo, real talk, I read all that and I said that out loud, but I didn't like interpret any of what he just said, to be honest. Yo.
それを数学の理論
Man.
で相手の行動を読もうとする時点で、
Okay.
すでに理論には弱点と限界があることを知らなければならない。
Okay.
手っ取り早く言うと、チェス盤思考はノイズや気まぐれ、そして誤解、認識ミスに非常に弱いの。
Okay, so overall, I'm getting at is when he does spin the chessboard around, there's some weaknesses in there, meaning that's not a foolproof theory, I believe. So that's why I'm getting the gist of what's basically being said. Kiryu-san definitely said that. Chess has always been a game where both sides play the same rules and fight with the same conditions for victory. That's why it's possible for both sides to predict the other's moves. It's possible to read your opponent because you can always suppose they'll make the best moves they can find. But what if your opponent is fickle or a bit tired and makes a move that can hardly be called the best? Or what if the game actually has a special rule, some unknown thing that only the enemy knows about and can use? In fact, what if the opponent actually has some goal other than victory? Think from your enemy's perspective. That's the basic of chessboard thinking. Which means if you misread your enemy, the answer you draw from this process will be complete rubbish, useless. So far, I've used chessboard theory to guess several vague bits of information about the culprit hiding behind the case, or so I think. Okay, Rudolph got me the answers. Humans are unpredictable and don't always have the optimal course of action, which is an example of this. Okay, thank you. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. Yo, they over here giving me paragraphs. However, I don't know anything about the culprit. I'm just playing around in a labyrinth of thought. Okay, I gets it. If Kiri-san were here at a time like this, she'd probably be able to notice something with her much sharper thinking ability. Something's off. Until the very last moment, Jessica resisted moving into grandfather's study. But in the end, Natsu persisted and we decided to move there. Everyone was completely wrapped in paranoia by now. Kumasawa had prepared dinner at one point, but during the time we were discovering the depths of Aniki's parents, both the kitchen and parlor had been left empty. Someone suggested that the food might have been poisoned while they were gone. It makes sense. Because of that, we were unable to even touch the food that Kumasawa had taken the trouble to make for us. Dang. The manner of which the first 6 killed was still unknown, but certainly could have been poisoned. Certainly, that would have allowed even a single person to carry out the murder of 6 large adults. Furthermore, this idea made it easy to imagine there being only a single culprit, who had been afraid of Natsuhi's rifle. And this was very good for our emotional stability. But the fatigue and hunger were even harsher than we'd imagined. Then Kumasawa made a proposal, and we all went together to the kitchen. There we gathered some canned food and some other things that had been hard to poison to take in with us. Okay. All Kumasawa's effort to reward us with just a little dinner on this savage day regularly came to nothing. The food piled up in the serving cart looked a little sad. Okay. I can finally get my... I'm getting my drink now. I usually like taking a sip when someone's talking, but we all started climbing the stairs. Natsu, who was in the lead, warily stared into the darkness with both eyes and a barrel of the gun. Once we dragged ourselves up to the third floor, just as Natsu had warned us of beforehand, there's a mixture of chemical smell and sickly sweet aroma, a stench hanging in the air that felt like it was eating into our heads. What is the smell? Is it from the dead body? He said no. This smell, nada. Jeez. It felt like the stench was floating around from this magnificent door. It was the door to the forbidden study, which should defend us against any who would enter. While Genji-san unlocked the door, Maria stared at the door and the doorknob with great interest. Okay. Principal's office, basically. Oh, perfect. Probably couldn't open this door. But then how about that thing with grandfather still? Maria points at the doorknob. The scorpion crest. Wait, the scorpion crest. I'm trying to remember what Natsuhi's door looked like. I want to go back and say that Natsuhi... Oh my gosh. That Beatrice couldn't open Natsuhi's door because of the charm that Jessica had given her that she put on the doorknob. But maybe it has to do with the scorpion crest. I don't remember what kind of doorknob she had. But no, designed like a magic circle arranged around the scorpion was inscribed there. Yeah. Oh, that design. That's right. Yeah. It isn't just like those keychain charms Maria gave Jessica and me yesterday. Oh, isn't that... Wait. Hold up for a second, Maria. Isn't it just like those keychains? Just like. So it has to... So it is the... So what's your charm? Yeah. It wasn't just the doorknob. It's that thing. Yeah. Where did she really learn all this stuff? Like, she looking at ancient textbooks about this stuff and like, dang. The charm had the scorpion on. Okay, so what's the charm? Yeah. I don't know. There's that Kinzo thing, so... Exactly. If it's that powerful, with our professional here, like... Oh... Magic and familiars. Interesting. That kind of creeps me out when she says familiars. I imagine some like creepy looking creature. Oh, chat's all blue? Oh my, the color changed to blue. I didn't even notice that till now. Man, I've been looking at... I have like two chats open. Like one, the YouTube chat, and then I have like the other chat. So... Isn't it weird that Kinzo always crying for Beatrice to return to him, yet he has an intermatch? You know what? Now that you mention it, huh? What's up with that? Huh? A lot of things, a lot of details in this. Huh. Crying by crosses. Okay.
バトラたちに昨日あげたサソリのキーホルダーのようなお守りもこの火星の5の魔法陣だよ。
Okay.
込められている力は微々たるものだけど、この島を出るまでの間を守ってくれるだけなら十分だった。
Oh, thanks for the reassurance there.
なくしちゃったそうだけどね。
Thank you for the downer there. Jeez. And then she laughs. That's the kicker.
サソリのキーホルダーの。
Yep, Natsuhi. Yep, connect the dots.
昨日私が母さんに渡したお守りはマリアにもらったものだった。
Connect the dots, please.
ドアノブにかけると魔除けになるとか言われて、私より母さんの方がいいかなって。あの時は思って。そうでしたか。
By the demon's roulette. Is that so?
ジェシカにしては変わったものを持っていると。
So, yo, why Jessica carrying this?
夏日おばさんがあれをドアノブに？
え
え。夕べそう聞き、寝る前に扉の内側のドアノブにかけました。
Saved her life.
なら、夏日おばさんはとても幸運だよ。そうだったなら夕べ、ベアトリーチェは夏日おばさんに指一本触れられなかっただろうね。
Yep.
ベアトリーチェは
The scratching at the doorknob. Yep. Beatrice annoyed? Couldn't lay one finger? Natsuki thought back on the eerie scribble she'd seen that morning, as though someone had been tearing out at the inside of a door with blood-soaked hands, and gasped in surprise. Could it be that this witch, who called herself Beatrice, tried to enter through the door to Natsuki's own room? Yes, but the magic repelling charm had been hanging from the inside, so she couldn't break through the door. So she was annoyed. So she scratched at it? Yeah. Oh.
よせよ、そういう話。魔女なんかいないぜ。いるのは犯人。それも私たちと同じ人間だ。
Yo, Jessica is dead set. She don't think that it's a supernatural being.
確かめる必要があるってなら、やつ先にして血が赤いかも確認してやろうじゃねえか。よくも軽くも。
Okay, Genjin, thank you for opening up the door. They're standing at that door for a while. 8 people entered Kinjo's study. Talk. Yo, Beatrice always watching. I'd heard rumors about it beforehand, so I wasn't that shocked. What, Stanky in there? He had done nothing more than fortify it thoroughly with his occult hobbies. Man, that a lot of liquor there. If grandfather's hobby had been chasing after pop idols, these walls might have been buried beneath idol. Oh, yes. Even if I didn't understand it, I realized that this room was a bundle of all his pastimes. Even so, I couldn't help but remain dumbfounded by the smell of this creepy medicine. Imagine when you're older and you get to have your own bedroom and literally, like you have like your own study, and then you got like your grandchildren come over like, hey, let's go and see grandfather's study. Yo, I thought it was like this anime posters and manga. ancient comics at that point. We're still in episode 1 right now, so 10 people have been killed. So when the door was closed, it automatically made a clunk. I see. This is the auto lock that's activated whenever the door is closed. And there were only 2 keys that could open this door from the outside, both of which were in this room. In other words, it had become a closed room. The shutter, the receipt, the chain, and now the auto lock. This 4th door had the most magnificent lock yet, and this was doubtlessly a closed room. Just to make absolutely sure that this room was secure, we checked all over for ways in or out. The window was tightly locked. That should have been enough, but just in case, we tried knocking all over the walls. After all, we had talked about there being a hidden door in this room, but we couldn't find anything suspicious. Grandfather's study was very large. Even though we called it a study, it wasn't really a single room. It could be divided into 4 basic sections. Okay, a study section, a bedroom section, a toilet bathroom section, and a section for cooking. Dang, he even has a cooking section. I didn't know he had that. I see. This study really does have enough in it to live in, yeah. Now I see how grandfather could live his whole life in this room, yep. Ginzo, a Dark Souls cosplayer. Oh, so that's why he got those there. It seemed grandfather wasn't in the habit watching TV because there was no television. Yep, dude just reads and I guess cosplays and makes him some concoctions to drink and stuff. And cries out Beatrice's name. That's like a 2-hour thing. We can't do anything except pass the time listening to the sound of the rain until tomorrow morning. And play chess too. Dr. Nanjo looked closely at the chessboard that sat on the table in the front of the sofa and muttered. Okay, let's see what is going on the chessboard, though. We got the king, queen piece, right? Pawn, knight, rook, right? And let's see. Move that, he could do that. Discarded. Okay. No, this isn't the queen piece. This is another piece. I forget the name of it. This knight, bishop, rook, pawn. Yeah, right. Okay, why am I not? I read this, Seku. Seku, read. Okay, he's talking about the chessboard actually. The black and white printing cornered. Looks like the checkmate would have been a few minutes. The last part of the endgame. Okay. Even though checkmate had almost been reached, the endgame had been rushed. And in the end, it was never completed. Yep. Indeed-o.
わしは長く金蔵さんの友人だったが、金蔵さんのことを知っているのは半分だけでしかなかった。金蔵さんにはいつも
Two Kinzos.
何かの狂気にとらわれた金蔵さんの2人が同居していたように思う。
The wise one who's calm and collected, the one that Natsuki witnessed. Then there's the mad one who's yelling, "Oh, Beatrice."
わしは金蔵さんのことを何も理解してはおらんかった。
特にベアトリーチェ様のことになると
100%. Yep. In the direction of Kumasawa's upward gauge, a portrait of Beatrice could be seen. It wasn't massive like the one hanging in the entrance hall, but small, made for this room. Grandfather probably spent every day in this room, and so much of his time, talking to the witch in that portrait. Who was Beatrice to grandfather in the first place? Right now, you couldn't just explain it away by saying it was a story made by the parents to frighten children away from wandering into the forest. While eating the canned food we'd brought from the kitchen, we talked together about who Beatrice was. Okay. Whether the culprit was Beatrice herself or someone pretending to be her. Whether they were a witch or a human, that was besides the point. The woman in his portrait was strongly related to the roots and background of this case. You couldn't talk about this case without talking about her. That's right. Yes, the letter. Go back to the letter, man. Jeez, all these things that keep popping up. Yeah, the letter. Let's see what's going on in the letter. Taxes, death, and Kinzo's simping for Beatrice. 100%. Kinzo, he is Beatrice's #1 simp. Okay, let's see what's in this letter. Natsuki took out the western envelope. Genji-san pulled a paper knife out of a drawer of the study desk and handed it to her. While watching her open it, George Aniki grimaced slightly. After all, it was a letter at the site where his parents had been murdered. Yeah, it makes sense. There's a good chance its contents would say something unbearable to Aniki. Anatsu also seemed to realize that, so she glanced over the contents first without reading it aloud. We were a little frightened that she might grimace after reading something shocking, but she frowned unhappily. What's it say? Watch this like a drawing? Okay. Natsu, after deciding that the content should be shown to the children, set it openly on the table. Everyone stared at it at the same time. Ooh, praise my name. The epitaph, yep. He said, nah. You don't praise no one's name. Mm-hmm. Wait, hold up. Wait. I before they say anything else, wait, was that really the only line on it? Oh, that was it. Okay. My expectations have been betrayed. Wait, hold up. Let me also check out the epitaph. Hold up. Yeah, we got this first page. Wait, hold up. Golden Land. Wait. Behold the sweet fish running through my beloved hometown. You seek the Golden Land. Follow its path downstream of the key. As you travel down it, you'll see a village. In that village, look ashore. Two will tell you of. There sleeps the key to the Golden Land. Being brought up again. The one who obtains the key must then travel the Golden Land in accordance to these rules. First Twilight, yeah, we got that. That happened. Then she meant to praise my noble name. Okay, I'm following. Yes. Yeah, we do know that. The identity. Okay. The fact that it's a similar envelope or the same is. Yeah. And he got burnt to a crisp. Or as they said, toasted, which was. They said he got toasted, man. Don't we all?
Ushiromiya no oie ni otsukai shite irai hajimete no koto desu.
Oldest confident. Yep. He said something similar to that, right? I spoke to Genji and Kumasawa, who nodded together. Okay, in unison. Yes, that's true. Yep, I've been waiting for them to say some stuff about Beatrice, but... Why? Is this strange?
源氏、知っている限りを話しなさい。
Speak to us, Genji. Give us your knowledge of this Beatrice. Genji didn't answer. Did he remain silent despite his knowledge, or did he know nothing at all? Still, I had a good guess. The ghost stories of the witch Beatrice had been defiled among the servants. He had probably been very close to grandfather and his occultic hobbies. So there was a good chance that he'd been indoctrined with even weirder things and had increasingly become to defy the witch. As father's most trusted servant who had sworn loyalty to him, he might be the most influenced by the illusion of the witch that grandfather had created. Okay. So there's only one thing for Genji. There's only one reason for Genji to remain silent. He could speak, but it would definitely cause a backlash, so it was better if he kept his mouth shut. And it wasn't like we'd believe him anyways. It's true. Something along those lines. And sure, a while ago, Maria had been more than willing to speak bluntly and unrestrainedly, and that had earned her a scuffle with Jessica, yep. It was natural for Genji to keep his silence. So he's not going to answer. Okay. Concubine. I don't know what that means. His concubine. That could be possible. Yeah. Or concubine? Whatever that means. For ordinary people, polygamy. Oh, okay. I was thinking that it was what. Okay. So, okay. I know what it is. I know what they're talking about now. Okay. Polygamy isn't only viewed negatively from a normal perspective. Yo, I've never heard it in this context. Or more like I never heard that word, but I understand what they mean from it. In a way. Yeah, mistress. Yeah, it's like concubine. Jeez, that's a weird. That's some old English. Ain't no one use the word concubine nowadays. But that wasn't the case for the very witch. Yo, it was possible for them to have another lover in addition to their real wife. Yep. Concubine. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, yeah. Once they said that, I was like, oh, okay, I know, I know what they're talking about. Oh man, it's interesting that we don't hear much about the mother, which makes sense because she passed away and stuff. But I'm sure she was pretty sure of it. Oh, with Beatrice, man. Yo, Kinzo freaky for the witch. Yo, man. Concubine. At least that's the formal definition. Interesting. So if that is a weird word to use, then okay. Again, this is the second time they've used another word that, okay, I don't know. Some of the terminology in this is just. At least the words they're using is like. This is interesting. Yeah, what's up with that? 1952. Okay.
30年以上も昔からおじい様と連れ添っていたということ。
In 1986, yeah.
その30年前の愛人
Could that Kaku-chan be of 30 years ago, and maybe Oh boy. Okay.
なるほど。
Wow, they're getting a little too excited about this. It's a filthy topic. Yo, Natsu said, I don't like this at all. But, yeah, we have to say Genji. Are you still nodding your head in silence? Okay. I'm almost a caveman then. Yo. Jeez. I mean, that's only what? That's only 30 years ago, right? 80s was how? 30 years ago? Yeah. Dang. 20th century was not that long ago. Master surely had no feelings for her. Yeah, of course he had feelings of deep love for her. Yo, he's screaming her name every day. Really? The more I learn every day. Hmm.
お屋敷ができるより前にお亡くなりになったと聞いています。
Oh. Yo, this silence is okay. Continue talking, please. She's already dead. Interesting. Wait a second. Hold up. Let me go back to the epitaph again. Hold on. Let me go back to the epitaph. Well answered one stand. Wait, ninth twilight, the witch shall revive and none shall be left alive. At journeys and she shall obtain the power to... Yeah. Once more, which shall praise the wide for the translators. One shall be rescued from the dead souls, one shall be rescued from the love that is lost, and one shall be put to the witch sleep for a time. Okay, interesting, okay. Huh. Hi. Interesting. Okay. As Genji-san said this, he spread his arms as though asking us to look at this room, filled with the signs of grandfather's magic. Yeah, this is the result of him trying to win affection for Beatrice by getting into the arts. Huh. Black magic and stuff. Get into the arts. We were all at a loss for words. Normally, black magic seems like it'd just be creepy, and it's really hard to imagine why someone might get enraptured by it. Since Kizo was just an eccentric who had restored the Ushiromiya family amidst his madness, no one had tried to understand him. They're putting up this cute music. Yo, this dude Kinzo got into like magic and stuff for this girl Beatrice. Exactly. It's a reviver too. Man, that is insane. His inescapable sorrow. Earlier this room had seemed creepy, but in an instant it had changed into something we could understand completely. Yeah, so now they understand why he was the way he was. The creepy books, the magic circles, the medicine, all of it. It all exists simply because he wanted to revive the face of a single woman who had left this world over 30 years ago. I mean, that kind of is... I'm not gonna lie, that kind of is a little romantic when you think about it. a little crazy, but... Okay. I mean, you see his dedication. Oh, so it's an arranged marriage. Okay, interesting.
Ushiromiya家にとって得になる女性との結婚を強制された。
Okay. I thought they... Okay, there we go.
さようです。
Hold up. Let me just check something. The stream didn't freeze, right? It didn't freeze, right? Okay, it didn't freeze. I thought it froze for a second. Yeah, that makes me nervous. Ever since that one streamer froze, it gets me nervous now.
金蔵さんはお家復興のためだけに当主に据えられ、すべての重責を背負わされたのです。
Yep.
そんな金蔵さんがどこでどういう経緯でベアトリーチェと知り合ったのかは分かりかねます。
Okay. Interesting. Okay, we good? Okay, awesome. Yo, had me nervous. Awesome. Because it like flickered over here. I was like, what the heck? It'd be rude to say. And what? That's when grandfather truly fell in love for the first time. Yeah. Okay, it's a nice little cute story. Just how deep was his affection for her? Really deep. That was so easy to see just by looking around us. This room was covered with piles upon piles of things having to do with black magic. And grandfather spent every day shut in here, immersed in his research and isolated from the outside world. Never regretted 1 minute of it. You couldn't help but recognize the depths of grandfather's love for Beatrice. Oh, Jessica, you about to cry? Yeah. Oh, because they know like the whole story. Yeah. Acting as though Beatrice's soul at least had been restored and existed inside this mansion, they might have hoped to soothe grandfather's heart. With closed eyes and the expression of one remembering something from the distant past, Genji had broken his long silence. In making that confession, he probably felt like he was betraying his one and only master in the most serious way, even though that person was already dead. Wow. That's a dedication. Beatrice was revived as a witch, and she is in the mansion, even now. Genji had said it, had believed it, had made people believe it, and would take that with him to the grave. Oh man. Red flags. That might have been the last service he could offer up to his master. The legend of the witch, the mysterious tale of Rokkenjima that was still whispering of among the servants. Its true nature was a sad lie. No, it was an act of kindness towards grandfather who had lost the person he loved above all else. Yeah, this music's sad, man. The music's still going, man. Making me feel, starting to get into feels too. Okay. Yep. Yep. Oh snap, George about to go into the black magic? Yep. He understands. Another strain of tears dripped from George's eyes. Maybe his tears were infectious. Tears rose into Jessica's eyes too, as she sniffled. Hold up. What's in my... Okay. Making sure nothing fell into my drink. Interesting. Very soon the door to the Gold Land will be opened. The promised land that glitters gold, the souls of all the dead, will be resurrected along with the love that has been lost. Then I will sleep in the world of peacefulness for all time.
そう言ったのか。
Yep.
マリアに手紙を渡したベアトリーチェは。
信じないよね。
Oh, it makes sense. I mean, or maybe not. Who knows?
きっと喜んだろうな。
Yeah.
もうじきベアトリーチェが蘇ることに。
Yo, Kinzo jumping for joy.
なら、俺は信じたぜ。じい様が半生をかけて研究したことで蘇り。
Maria's timing.
魂が蘇ったと信じて寿命を全うできるって言うんだ。
バトラ。
Oh. What was that? I clicked that too fast. I believe so. Oh, interesting.
一人の女性をずっと愛し続けた気持ちが周りにも伝わり真実となる。
Yep.
それを気遣いと呼べばそれまでだろうけれど、今の僕はあえてそれを魔法と呼んであげたいね。
Ah, okay, George. I see you with the words.
世界じゃないよ。本当に魔
She said, it ain't being polite. It is magic.
魔女だよ。
Man.
やっぱり誰にもベアトリーチェの姿は見えないんだね。
Oh, duh. Some time passed. As we listened to the sound of the rain, we considered what kind of love and manners must have possessed the owner of this room as he spent half of his life here. Ba, ba, ba.
女の私から聞けば、お父様の純愛の気持ちも少しは理解したいところですが、それではお母様の達成があります。
Oh, okay, interesting.
どうかな。
Yep.
浮気は浮気。
Yes, that's true. Now that I mentioned it, yeah, there's a reality of that.
綺麗事にされちゃっ
We gotta take a step back from that and just realize, oh yeah, he was cheating the whole time.
それもそうだな。
Mm-hmm.
ばあ様が気の毒になっちまうぜ。
それでベアトリーチェとおじい様の間に子供がいたなんて話はある？
I'm curious about that too now. The keyword Beatrice had been hidden in every corner of this case. So it's natural to suspect some relative of hers. Yep, that's a good question.
仮にいたとしたら最愛の人の忘れがたみとしてきっと全ての愛情を注ぎ込んだだろうね。
Yep.
それがなく黒魔術に没頭していったなら子供はいなかったと考えるべきなのかな。
Okay.
そういえば
Child of Kinzon Beatrice.
知ってるだろ。
Yo. Wait, what does that remind you of? What?
家っていう孤児院に莫大な援助をしてるって話。
Oh yeah, the orphanage. Yeah, what? Yeah, I forgot about that. I like how he tied back to other things. Why? Natsuki didn't like that.
それはお父様を冒涜する中傷に過ぎません。
What?
教えてくれよ。
Yeah, what? Yeah, why are you so against that?
隠し事はなしなのはおばさんもだと思うっすよ。
Yeah, 100%. Why are you trying to hide stuff all of a sudden?
くだらない話です。
Hmm.
お父様はその施設に莫大な援助をし、
Uh-huh.
社会勉強
Yeah, yeah, I know about that.
当家の使用の雇用枠を開放していました。
Yeah.
それをお父様に汚らわしい趣味があると吹聴する愚か者がいたというだけの話です。
Oh.
一時期それが黒魔術の生贄にするために
Oh.
なってさ。
Is that true?
実際いつもこの部屋で怪しげな実験や儀式を繰り返してたわけで、私も半分は信じてたところがあったぜ。
Makes sense.
その福音の家出身の使用人ってのは
Yeah, did they...
何人かいますが親族会議中のシフトで
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
シャノンとカノンの2人でした。
To resurrect Beatrice, he brought in servants from an orphanage as human sacrifices? That's believable. I mean, for anything for Beatrice, right? Okay. Oh. No. When Anson scolded her, the atmosphere instantly went sour and everyone fell quiet. Dang. However, something was tugging at the back of my mind. Sacrifices. Sacrifices. Think, Battler, think. Human sacrifice brought over from the orphanage. What is it? Freaky words like sacrifices don't pop up often. Come on, Battler, think, man. And yeah, I've heard that word recently. Some part of my memory is tugging at me. Hey, Beatrice. What do you know? I had arrived at the front of the portrait of Beatrice. It wasn't massive as one of the entrance halls. Yo, finally, indeed, yo! But that portrait, which must have been drawn by a famous painter, was still as intimidating as the smaller size. Below it, just like the entrance hall, was an epitaph that was supposedly hinting at the location of the hidden gold. Yeah. Oh, this music kind of scary. Yep. Please. Okay, man. I thought I wasn't going to load for a second. Yep. 6. Yep. Yep. It's all connecting. Oh, man. Both my eyes were as wide as plates. The answers are right there, man. Or at least something to help you. Everything's predicted right here from the very beginning, yep. Everyone crowded around. And the same expression of shock rose to all of our faces. That's right. It was right here in the epitaph. On the first twilight, offer the 6 chosen by the key as sacrifices. Yep. No doubt. Yep. Yo, Maria said, I've been saying this from the start. Me too. Everyone has been. Except for some of the characters, of course. It would make sense if they haven't, that this would be like the last thing on their mind. That's right, Maria said it right at the start. Right after we found the 6 bodies, when Maria was in the parlor watching TV, she said it. Ooh, the music is... The culprit isn't human. It's just the sacrifices chosen by the key. Key? There's nothing to do. Yup. Yep. 6 plus 2 plus 5. 6 plus 2 plus 5. That means... Oh. Yeah.
使用人のシフトにもよるでしょうが、お父様、夫に、私に
4. Yeah.
そして使用人が2、3人。
So, that's 4. At most 3 more, so that's 7.
昨日今日は5人いてもらってますが、普段はそこまでいません。
Okay.
ってことはだ。この儀式を実行しようとしたら、
That there wouldn't be enough.
生贄が足らないってわけだ。
But now that it's the thingy with the family conference, you know.
じいさま、福音の家から不気味な儀式の生贄にされたのに使用取ったという。
True. Oh boy. Ooh.
つまりなんだよ。生贄の人数を増やすために使用人を増やし、さらに人
That's crazy. You put it that way. Yep. When Jessica screamed this, Maria broke out into a creepy laugh, looking truly pleased. Like throwing a sandal and saying that if it lands right side up, tomorrow will be sunny. Or saying that tomorrow will be a good day if a coin lands heads up. There are many little superstitions like that. Sometimes when your luck is down and you get bored and you roll the dice and you get 3 6s, you want to believe it's a portent of some miracle. When flipping a sandal, you have words that sound... Okay, what's this analogy he's making up? When you say it's the right side up, it's not worth much. But if you carelessly roll 3 dice and they become up 6, you might think it's a small miracle. Okay, I see where it's coming from. Weird, though. Yep. Okay. And this selects the sacrifice in a lottery. Huh. Yep, that roulette, yep. Following, I follow. I follow. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the flips and sandals analogy was like a little... I got the dice part and the coin, but... Natsu yelled, no kidding. She couldn't quell the fear of a scorpion charm might be the only reason she was still safe. Well, I mean, if you connect all the dots that have been happening, it makes sense. If I hadn't received that charm from Jessica and hung it from my doorknob, you would have been dead. Or I've been killed, mixed in along those 6. And the strange part is, even though I hung the charm from inside my door, they couldn't get through that door. The culprit noticed the charm from outside the door and gave up on trying to open it. A human couldn't have perceived that. The charm meant to stop something that... Yeah, exactly. Impossible, impossible, impossible! Man. Yep. Yep. Yeah, we know who that is. Yep.
悔しいけど、そうだと判断せざるを得ない。そして母さんたちを殺した犯人は続く第3の晩の言葉を手紙に書き、その場に残したんだからね。
Yeah.
そうだな。第2の晩を実行し、第3の晩をその場に残した。第3の晩はまさにさっき夏代おばさんが読んだ通りだぜ。
Yep. On the third twilight, those who remain shall praise my noble name. Ah! If you read it this way, it just keeps going, doesn't it? On the fourth twilight, gouged the head and kill. Gouged the head and kill. Janaki's parents were killed with those demon ice picks gouged into their heads. Oh, if they were the second twilight, someone else must have been gouged in the head. Kinzo. He had the thing in his head. Yep. Wait, so first twilight was 6, second twilight was... Okay, wait, I'll just let them do their thing.
第五の番に胸をえぐりて殺せ。
Wait. Why do I feel like maybe I am following right? Third, those who may. Okay, yeah. Praise my name. The head, chest. Okay, yeah. I'm following. Okay, I'm following correctly. Yeah.
カノン君については犯人との突発的な遭遇による犯行だと思ってたけど、
Mm-hmm.
誰か一人をおびき出し胸を貫くことを初めから狙っていたんだ。
Yep.
もし犯人がこれをなぞっているとしたなら、また3人が死ななければならないというのです。
Oh boy. Sixth Twilight, gotch the stomach and kill. Ooh, so I'm about to get stabbed in the stomach. On the seventh Twilight, gotch the knee and kill. On the eighth Twilight, gotch the leg and kill.
確かにそういう
Kumasawa freaking out. Man. Yeah.
いや、そいつはどうかな。あと3人が死ねば第9の番になる。見てみろよ。
Yeah, what's it say? On the ninth Twilight, the witch shall revive, and none shall be left alive. So at that point, she gonna kill everybody.
私たちは
Mm-hmm. Everyone's bodied.
みんな殺される。
Mm-hmm.
わけがわかんねえ。結局何人いようが最後には全員死ぬってことじゃねえか。
Yep.
じいさまは何が持ってきたったんだ。
Beatrice.
じいさま自身何をどうしたって生き残れ
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, think about it, yeah. But then in the end of the epitaph, there's the revival part, yeah.
第10の番には黄金鏡にたどり着く。
Exactly. On tenth Twilight, at journey's end, you shall obtain the powers of the Golden Land treasures once and for the last time. Which shall praise the wise and bestow 4 treasures.
おじいさまは死を恐れてなんかいなかったんだよ。
Hmm.
ほら、4つの宝の2番と3番を見てごらんよ。
Yep.
一つは全ての死者の魂を蘇らせ、
Yep.
一つは失った愛すらも蘇らせる。つまりおじい様は自分がこの儀式の途中で死んでしまう。
Yep.
やがては復活できると信じてた。
Mm-hmm.
バカバカしいぜ。妄言だぜ。死んだらそれまでだろ。
Huh?
死者は
Well,
帰らない。
not in this, it seems.
人類が何千年もかけて追い求め、結局は未だに成し遂げられない奇跡だぜ。
Hmm.
つまりこういうことだろ。死後の世界で再会できて蘇ることができるとか、そういう旅だ。
Mm-hmm. Yep. Resurrected. Revived.
ジェシカの言い分通りだとするなら、老い先短いじいさまが恋に狂っての自殺まがい。
In a way.
壮大な無理心中ってことなのか。
Oh. Genji ain't saying nothing. He
そ
knew?
の可能性は考えられるのですか。
わかりません。親方様は時に1000年の未来を見越される
What? Okay.
しかし凡庸な私にはそれが狂気としか映らないこともあります。
Hmm. So though he like understands it, he's like, yo, he might just be mad.
熊沢さんはどうなんだよ。
私は何も知りません。
She said, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know nothing about this.
知りませんとも。知っていたなら今日この島にいると思います。
Yo, facts.
仮病でも何でも使ってお休みしていますよ。
She said, yo, I would not be here. Hex no. You're right.
おじい様の長年の友人である南條先生のご意見は。
Good question. Dr. Nanjo been like a quiet dude in the back the whole time.
源氏さんに同じです。金蔵さんは凡人をはるかに超越した方だった。そこにある種の人間離れした力す
and human power. Okay.
私にも金蔵さんが何を考えてこの碑文を残されたのかわからない。
一つだけ言えるのは、仮にこの筋書きを作ったのがお父様であっても、実行しているのは別の人間だということです。
確かに少なくともじい様とカノン君を襲った犯人は他にいる。しかもそいつは
Another person who did this. Okay.
まだ事件を続けようとしている。
Yep. Yep. There's still like there is still someone or something.
深く考えなかった最初の手紙、あれにはなんて書いてあっただろう。
Oh, good question. We thought back to the recitation of the letter last night. Beatrice had proclaimed something inside it. She had proclaimed that according to the contract with Kinzo, she would collect everything of the Ushiromiya family as interest. But then she had also revealed a special clause. If someone discovered the location of the gold grandfather had hidden, that right would be lost. When the letter was read, grandfather was still alive. By that time, it had already been sealed with a wax by the head's ring, which means grandfather had handed the ring over to Beatrice while he was still alive. If we take a straightforward approach, maybe we should assume Beatrice is carrying out that strange contract with grandfather according to her with grandfather guaranteeing her that right. In other words, this is the same as saying grandfather knew of and approved of the contents of that letter. Yep. In other words, it was basically a joint message from Beatrice and grandfather, telling us that Beatrice will start collecting interest if we didn't solve the riddle. In other words, grandfather and Beatrice were demanding that we try and solve the riddle out of the epitaph, and we couldn't. They would be saying that the massacre would be carried out according to that. Yeah, okay. What does that mean? What do they want? I don't have a clue what it means. There you go, Maria. What, one got pushed under the door? Yeah, what? Maria was pointing at the top of the table where the canned food everyone had been eating just now lay. Wow, a Western envelope from Beatrice certainly was sitting there. But, so what? Like, no one noticed it, or was it just put there? Anatsu allowed a hysterical cry, looking between her hand and the table. Because of the envelope she had just opened was sitting grasped on her hand. So why was there still an envelope on the table? Someone just put it there. Uh-huh. She's already in there? Oh boy. What's this on the bottom left of the screen? Is this rust or is this blood? Is someone dead already? Did someone get stabbed? Yeah, that'd be crazy. Oh! Yo, this is getting crazy. Anatsu is pointing the rifle at Genji and others, bellowing at them. Genji-san was overpowered, his face looking as if he didn't have a clue. Yo, Genji was like, what? Of course, I felt the same, but a few moments late, I reached the same closing Anatsu had. Until a few seconds ago, there had been no letter like this on the table, and nobody entered this room. That means someone among us placed it here during the few seconds, and everyone was looking away, preoccupied with the portrait. It was music. What does it say? This is pretty good. Sure. I picked it up. It was still sealed with wax. Even though disturbing its contents, I realized that this was And as yet, unopened envelope and unknown. Yup. I'm just reading the copyright, but this song begins with this quote from Star Trek. Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. Man. Okay, what's it say inside? The contents were as follows. Ooh. Ooh, her voice. Mm-hmm. In other words, R.I.P. What if they run outside out and try to get off the island? Man. My victory or yours? Interesting that she said it that way. Why did she say my victory or yours? Okay, interesting. Or our victory of figuring it out or something? I don't know. Okay. True. Oh, you have? You? What? Yeah. That is horrible, man. Yeah, true, all of them were in front of there. Oh, snap. Oh, Maria, yo. Someone about to get shot, maybe. Dang, she's not playing around. At least one. Oh boy. Yo, then Jessica's gonna jump in. Oh snap. Oh boy. What? What about the other things that... Oh boy. Poor Kumasawa. So she stabbed him in this... Okay. She's over here running down the hall, running out of breath. You think she... Okay. That sounds insane. Insane accusation right there. That's true. Why would she? Yeah. Oh, and she was there too when that happened, right? Yeah, everyone but the servants. Except the servants, yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, it does that? Really? Ugh. Should we really be so quick to make that judgment? But this time, in this room, in this place, in this moment, in this minimally small bit of time and space, it's obvious. Only one of the four of them could have set that letter there in our blind spot. We can't tell who put it there, but it's obvious that one of the four did it. Nanjo like, wait, hold up. Man. But, yeah. Yep. Oh, still talking, okay. Old obligation. He said no. It is pitiful to watch Dr. Nanjo frantically pleading his innocence. Man, this is probably a normal reaction that anyone would give if they were suspected. Kumasama was the same. Ever since Jessica voiced her suspicion of Kumasama murdering Kanen, Kumasama had been totally flustered. That was why Genji's still calm appearance looked so bold. Ah, not Genji, man. Anatsu pointed the barrel of the gun. Oh, hey! A Japanese viewer. You love Umineko? So do I. Thanks for joining the stream. Oh. Is she really about to take him out? Right, let's get a confession. Well, I know it can't be. It's not Genji, yeah. Well, you are his number one. Yeah. Wow, this dude says, I take it as a compliment. So he said it with his eyes closed. Dang, she's trying to be so sure of herself, but man, and Maria too. Wow. Not content to suspect all the dots, Anthony points to the gun relentlessly at me. Yo, is she actually about to shoot a child? But Maria acted as nothing had happened. Or maybe she thought she would be fine even if she was shot. Yeah, she believes in the epitaph and all that stuff, the revival and stuff, so she has nothing to fear. Yeah, she killed everybody. Imagine that's the case. Who was it? Oh, yeah, we know it was Beatrice. Yeah. She's cornered. Yep. Oh man. A 1,000-year golden witch. Yep. What do you mean turn around? I was looking at my camera. I was like, wait, hold up. Because if I turn around... Okay. Me scared with that. Oh, Battler trying to calm everyone down. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's true. That's how they're thinking. Yep, exactly. Natsu said, I want to hear this no more. Oh, in a way, I guess you could think of it in a way. Ooh. She's daring you. %. Wait, hold up. Where's my phone? Is it on me? Hold up. I heard it vibrating. Okay. Spam call while I'm playing Umineko. Okay, this stream's going a little longer. Okay.
マリアちゃんを撃つ理由は何もない。どうか冷静に。神は挑発するけど何も恐れることはない。
Yep.
犯人だって明日が怖いんだ。警察が怖いんだ。この島は今。
Yeah, and then the police would do their investigation, maybe, but yeah, oh boy, that's what you're hoping, at least.
なんでジョージ兄さんはそんなにも冷静なんだよ。この4人の中に犯人がいる。いや、あるいは4人が全員来るかもしれない。
It's crazy.
この中にエヴァおばさんたちを殺した犯人がいるかもしれないってのに、なんでそんなに。
Ooh, man, when you put it that way.
犯人を見つけて殺してやりたい気持ちはあるさ。でもそれは単なる蛮行だ。
That would be. He's right. He's right. That would just be like. Okay, that's how he wants to go about it. He wants justice. Yeah, okay, but we're on the same page, yeah. It's like, yo, take a deep breath in, deep breath, no, inhale, exhale. Oh yeah, that would be bad. Yo, Bat was trying to keep her calm. Said witches don't exist. Oh boy, Natsu, you might be the first one to get bodied. Oh, she said I am representative now. Like how she's here protecting everyone though, yo. Those words were the final words of farewell that settled everything. To protect her daughter, Aunt Natsuki would regard any suspicious person as an enemy. The only reason George Aniki and I were standing on this side was because by coincidence we had a clear alibi regarding the letter. If I hadn't approached the portrait, I would also be on the other end of that gun barrel treated like, true, yo, if they didn't walk up, dang, that's insane. Imagine not being curious. But then, even though a part of me thought that, part of me was thinking that chasing all suspicious people from this room would finally guarantee our safety. Genji-san Kumasawa and Dr. Nanjo, all of them were on grandfather's side. Maybe you could say that even that once Maria started blindly believing in Beatrice, she was also on grandfather's side. That's right, they're all suspicious. But is this really okay? If we throw out all the suspicious ones in such a lawless way, will we still have the right to defy the lawlessness of the witch? Yo! What was that rhythm there? Okay, so she told him to leave and stuff. Okay, I'm going to end it here then. And I'm going to end it here then. It's getting late, and I don't want to be too loud due to other people trying to sleep, so... Well, actually, first, let me save. Yo, make sure I save before I exit out. Jeez, imagine if I don't save. I'll be mad as heck. Well, I have my last save point, at least, so... What is this save style I'm doing? Whatever, I like it. Now I'm hearing things. Okay. Title back. Man. Whoa. This was great. Yeah, thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, this was a fun stream. This is a fun stream. In the beginning, it was really like a lot of informational stuff, but towards the end, it got a little bit more actiony. So, yeah, thanks for joining the stream, everybody. As usual, this was fun. I always enjoy checking out some good old Umineko. I'll be streaming again on Thursday, 7:00 p.m. again. Actually, I might start a little earlier. Maybe I'll start at 6:30 or something. Might start a little earlier. I'll see how I'm feeling. I'll see how I'm feeling that day. I'll probably start at 7. I'm probably saying right now, oh yeah, let me do 6:30. Then the day comes, I'm like, dang, I don't want to start at 6. I'll start at 7. But I'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, thank you for tuning in for the stream again. Check out some Higurashi stream highlights on the channel this week. Check out Higurashi streams on Saturday. Always on Twitch at 7. And yeah, next stream for Umineko will be on Thursday. And yeah, that's off to say, I guess. So yeah, again, thank you for tuning in. Enjoy your week. It's still the beginning of the week, so yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow's the midway point, so yeah, enjoy your weeks and all that good old stuff. So, yeah, so yeah, I can definitely see that. The pacing in the beginning is like a little slow pace, and then towards like the middle and the end, it's just like it's like it's it's rolling. But yeah, again, thank you for tuning in for the stream. I'm going to end it here because yeah, I think I heard a knock on the door, or the wall. So yeah, again, thank you for tuning in. I said this like 5 times. Enjoy your weekends or weeks. See, I'm okay. That's it. See, enjoy yourself. Bye. Peace. Oh man.